guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing us how to make this notch collar shirt. So the first thing we are going to do after folding our fabric into two is to come down by 5 inches and then sideways by 6 inches. So we're doing this so that we can place the points for the collar. Since we're going to be cutting the collar together, we're going to be doing everything together. So we're going to go up, come down by 5 inches and sideways by 6 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just place the points and then go ahead to connect a line. Please note that to be able to do this, you have to have enough space on your fabric, meaning you'll need to have excess of your measurement on this fabric. So these lines I am drawing now are going to serve as the main points for the fabric. Like, this is where I'm going to take my measurements from. So now I'm just going to go ahead to input the length measurement and then the chest line measurement of this top. So just go ahead and keep watching. So this line now is going to serve as our shoulder line. That's where I'll be taking my shoulder measurements from, no longer from the top of the fabric. And then I'm going to input my chest line measurement and then my length measurement, of course. That's the length of the crop top we're making here. So I'm just going to go ahead and input all of this for us to see and then draw a line connecting this point for us to be able to understand better. So now I'm gonna head to input my shoulder measurement, which is like 8 inches. Yeah, 8 inches is my shoulder measurement, and then I'm going to go ahead and input the neck width. The width I'm working with is about 3.5 inches, and the depth for the front piece, the depth I'm working with is about 3 inches. So it's 3.5 inches wide and 3 inches deep. So I'm gonna head to connect it here. And so the next thing I'm going to do is input my armhole measurement, and then don't forget to come down by 1 inch. It's going to serve as my shoulder slope. So I'm going to slant it towards the neckline and then go ahead to bring down this armhole measurement 8 inches from that slant. That's going to be my new show. 8 inches from that slant is also going to serve as my chest line, so don't forget that. So I'm now going to go ahead and draw this line and then draw a curve connecting my armhole. So next I'm going to input my chest measurement. That's my round chest line measurement divided into 4. So I'm going to go ahead and input that measurement here. Mind you, whatever measurements you have from your chest line is the same measurement you're going to input on the waistline. That's the length of your crop top. So when you do that, you're now going to connect your armhole to that point and then draw a straight line connecting the end of your armhole to the last point down on the length of this top. That's a hem point. So we're doing this because the top is going to look like a box. So I'll just go ahead now and input the measurement and then you can see what I'm trying to see when this is done. Next thing I'm going to do is go out by 1 inch. This is going to serve as the button point. So I'm going out by 1 inch out of the main fabric. Now I'm adding extra 1 inch to it from the hem down to the neckline. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a straight line so we can see it better. So this is exactly what I'm doing here. So the next thing I'm going to do now, from the point of the neckline, I'm going to draw a curve from that point down towards the chest line. You can make it deeper depends on how big you want that fold to be. So I'm bringing it down towards the chest line, just like I'm doing here. Now this is what it should look like at this point. So next I'm going to go up by 3 inches above the shoulder line, just right on that neckline point. I'll go up by 3 inches and then I'll draw a line, not exactly a straight line, a line with a curve down towards the neckline point as I'm doing here. And then I'll also go ahead to go out of this first line I drafted just now. I'll go out by half an inch, and then this is going to serve as a new line I'll be working with. So I'll just connect it down to the point just like I did the first one, and also strike out the first one so I don't make a mistake and cut using that first line. So next I'm going to go forward by 3 inches, just 3 inches, and connect it towards the width of the top I'll be working with. So yeah, I've gone ahead to place my point. I'm just going to connect a line from the width, the new width I just created, down towards these 3 inches I just drew. So now I'm just going to place 1 inch above the neck line I just drew earlier. I'll go up by 1 inch. So this is where our notch is going to form. So when I go up by 1 inch, I'm going to now draw a line and connect it inward towards the neckline in the box already. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for us to see. After getting the notch point, the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and connect the line I drew earlier. I mean the 3 inches width I drew earlier down towards this notch point, and this is going to be our collar with the notch. So here I'm just going to go ahead and label it so we know this is the front piece. So here I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. You have to be really careful when you're cutting it out so you don't cut a wrong point. So just cut it out exactly as you see me doing. I'm going to be very slow so that we can follow, and then you don't make a mistake when you're trying to do. So keep watching. So here I've gone ahead to cut it all out, and this is what I have left. So this is the fold that is going to be in front of the shirt. It's going to look like this, exactly like this when I'm done sewing it, because I'm going to go ahead and cut it on the fabric after drafting the back piece. So that is the collar up there. Yeah, this is the collar. I'm just going to attach it to this front piece from the notched point, and then we'll attach it to the back of the fabric. Yeah, that's the back. I'm going to show us how to draft the back of the fabric later on in this video, so please just keep watching. So next I'm going to be drafting the back piece. The first thing we're going to do as usual is to take the shoulder measurement, take the chest line measurement, the length, of course armhole. I'm listing all of this, but I'm still going to show them in the video just like we did earlier for the front piece. So here I'm going to input the chest line measurement and of course the length of the top in this video. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm going to draw a line connecting this point. That's the chest line right now. That's what I'm doing, and then I'm going to connect the length of the top also. Next thing I'm going to do is input the armhole depth. I'm using 8 inches. That's supposed to serve as my chest line actually. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is the neck width, which is 3 inches wide. And for the back piece, I won't be coming down by 3 inches. I'll be coming down by 1 inch. So the back is going to be higher than the front. That's like normal for most of these basic shirts. So I'm coming down by 1 inch, and then I'm going to draw a curve connecting the depth, which is 1 inch, to the width, which is 3.5 inches. And I'm going to now go ahead and draw the armhole line like a straight line. Don't forget to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and then from that shoulder slope you take your measurements, the measurement of your armhole, and then you connect. And the next thing I'm going to do now is input my measurements, the measurements I will be working with. So for this shirt, because it's going to be a free shirt, please remember to add maybe 2 or 3 inches. It depends on how wide you want the shirt to be. So whatever measurements you have on this chest line is what you're going to repeat on the hem point. Please don't forget this. So because it's a free top, what we are going to do now in this armhole point is to just connect the armhole from that point where we inputted our chest line measurements. We'll just connect it towards the armhole. Just make a curve towards that place, and that's all for the armhole. And now we are just going to go ahead to draw a straight line connecting the points. Remember, they are both the same measurement, so it's going to come out as a straight line. So this shirt is actually supposed to look like a box, so that's why it's looking like this. It's a cropped shirt, so we're just going to do that. And then the next thing we're going to is to cut this piece out. We're done drafting the pattern for this shirt, so we're just going to go ahead and cut it out. And then after cutting it out, we're going to input this same measurement on our fabric. We'll use this pattern to cut our fabric out. So now this is the back piece. This is exactly what it looks like. And here I've gone ahead to use this pattern to cut out on my fabric. So this is my fabric with it, and I added extra 1 inch to the sides, so that these are the seam allowance. Next thing I'm going to do now is to place the fabric right side facing right side, so that I can go ahead and join the shoulder. Collar, I've gone ahead to add my paper gum on it so that it can be firm and it will be easier for me to attach it to the fabric and then to fold it also. So I'm just going to go ahead now and join the sides. That's the end of this collar, just that end, since I'm going to be attaching the other part to the shirts. So now I'm just going to show us how I'll be attaching this collar to the neckline of the shirts. Just like this, I'll sew on one side and bring the other side, flip it to the other side, and then top stitch on it. So that's exactly what I'm going to go ahead and do on my machine, and then I'll bring the results for us to see. So here now I've joined the sides of the collar. You can see I joined just the sides of the collar, and the front, the middle part of the collar is still intact. This is what it looks like now after I've gone ahead to attach it to the shirt, to the neckline of the shirt. So now the shirt already has a collar, as you can see now. And this is the front. This is what the front looks like, and now we can see the notch. I've not brought the collars down, that's why the collars are still up, but this is the notch that we created earlier. You can make yours wider also, and then you can now go ahead to fold the under of your sleeve and also attach the upper part of your sleeve to your shirt, just like I'm going to illustrate here. So I'm going to be using a pin to just make it stay in place. So I'm just going to get the midpoint of this sleeve and attach it to the midpoint of the shirt so that I can have an even sleeve. So I'll just go ahead and pin it down, then take it to my machine and sew. And here, this is what the shirt looks like after I've gone ahead to attach the sleeve and then fold the hem. So this is exactly what it looks like now, and I'm just going to go ahead and bend the collars so we can see what it looks like when the collars are down. I'm just going to do that right now so that we can understand it better, as you can see here. And don't forget, you can also put your buttons. I didn't put buttons in this video, but I did later on. So this is what it looks like now after I've gone ahead to fold the collars. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.